Hello. Hello. Welcome to the show, guys. Let's go ahead and get into this. Listen, I'm going to say this. And I found a really cool article on the Sportster kind of going through the reinventions of Chris Jericho. It's from 2022, but it says a lot. And it kind of, brings us to what we're going through right now with Chris Jericho and why I think he needs to retire. I really do. And a lot of you echo my sentiment. Chris Jericho, you can say all you want about Chris Jericho, but Chris Jericho had a very long career. I think he left and went back to WWE at least 5 fucking times. And every time he was entertaining for the most part, okay? Good matches. Most notable Chris Jericho moments for me was Y2J, The List, and how he used to berate Stephanie McMahon. Now, hindsight is 2020 because I listen to that stuff now and I'm like, oh my God. But back when I was a teenager and he was calling her a big funky titty bitch every time he was on TV, he called her a big funky titty bitch hoe every which way you could think of. Backwards, forward, up, down, side to side. And I was sitting right there giggling and sniggling because Stephanie played her role well. She did act like a big breasted funky titty bitch. And he told her that. So with that being said, those were some good times. Break the Walls Down is probably one of the most recognized and best wrestling themes ever. Y2J, that whole, I believe that's when he debuted. We was waiting for that because we just knew when 1999 January 1st 2000 hit that the world was going to come to an end, everything was going to reset to zero. Like, it was conspiracy theory all around the United States, okay? None of that happened, by the way, but we did get Chris Jericho, and that was a good time. Now Chris Jericho is like 55 years old, and it's running its course for me. He made stars. WWE have people who are stars, so I don't know if we could say, did he elevate anybody that he has worked with? And we can say he have. We can say he has, but even then, it's not resonating with the audience. It's dragging down viewership, and it's just too much now. You all went nuts when Edge went over to AEW and proceeded to jump off of the ring, off of the cage, and landed straight on his feet and broke his whole leg out the goddamn frame with his old ass. But ageism goes hand in hand with wrestling, because as long as you healthy and you could go, you should be able to do it. But it just looks like an old man doesn't know when to stop, and that's what Chris Jericho looks like. An old man with hair plugs, with a very weird 6-pack and a barrel chest, who just doesn't know when to stop and is now antagonizing the audience, and they're probably too stupid to realize it. I don't know. So let's get into this article because I don't want this to take as long as it needs to. So this is every stable and tag team that Chris Jericho has been a part of. Now they ranked it worst to best. So let's go through it real quick. Number 10, Y2AJ. Okay, that's something I don't think I was there for. This was in 2016. AJ Styles and formed a short-lived tag team, and they were called Y2AJ. Built them some momentum, and they found themselves challenging a New Day for the WWE Tag Team Championship. So because they built up momentum, that's probably why they fell apart. Because when Vince McMahon knows that we like something, he destroys it. Number 9, tag team with Edge. Again, you got all that history there. This was back in 2009. It was going to be a dreadful night for Chris Jericho. He dropped the Intercontinental Championship to Rey Mysterio. He pulled a double duty. He formed a heavyweight alliance with fellow world champion Edge. They challenged the Colognes, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase in a triple threat match for the unified WWE Tag Team Championship. Jericho and Edge prevailed to add more Tag Team Championship gold to their cabinet. Unfortunately, before they could gain traction, the Rated R superstar ruptured his Achilles injury. Heaven knows how special this alliance could have been had Edge not been injured. Fascinating stuff. Number 8, the Jericho Appreciation Society. That consisted of, and I'm not even going to act like I remember this guy's name, so let's go down. Daniel Garcia, Jake Hager, who was a member of the Inner Circle, and y'all gonna have to remember the other people that's in this because I don't know their names. Now, did anybody come out better for being in the Inner Circle and the Jericho Appreciation Society in 2022? Probably not. Tag team with The Rock. We're taking it way back. Chris Jericho and The Rock feud over the WWC Championship was entertaining. Happened amid the invasion angle, but the pair found it difficult to put their differences aside. Jericho beat The Rock in No Mercy in 2001. And then we're going to go on to... Now, here it says Jericho and The Rock had good chemistry, but they were better off as rivals instead of teammates. Then they put number 6, the Thrill Seekers. So they taking it way back, which was Chris Jericho and Lance Storm. And they're both Canadian. They trained in the Hart Family Dungeon. Collectively known as the Thrill Seekers, they got their first break in the United States thanks to Jim Cornette when they were signed to Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So if you remember that, apparently Sportskeeter said that was a good time. Tag team with the infamous Chris Benoit. 2001 Royal Rumble was outstanding. Nevertheless, Benoit turned face shortly after their rivalry, and they were on the same page by feuding with two-man Power Trip over the tag team championships. And Jericho and Benoit got those titles, but the partnership dissolved a month later with the pair going after Austin's WWE Championship. And then Chris Benoit broke his neck. Number 4, tag team with Kevin Owens. This was fun. I remember that. So Y2J needed something new. KO was looking to go to the next level after a couple intercontinental title runs. By the summer of 2016, Jericho and Owens had each other's back and won the vacant Universal Championship thanks to Triple H. They had a run with the Raw Tag Team Champions, but the New Day had a record-breaking run with the Gold. Nevertheless, Roman Reigns was one of their main rivals, and Jericho took the United States Championship away from Reigns in January 2017. They were entertaining to watch, and their breakup in the Festival of Friendship was perfectly executed. Number 3, we got the Inner Circle. Okay, Santana Ortiz, Jake Hager, and Sammy Guevara. Now, I remember he kept calling Sammy Guevara, was it a hot, sexy Latin god? That got over. Santana Ortiz, rough and tumble guys, hot Latinos. Unfortunately, that imploded all on its own. That's something I probably should look into. Jake Hager, I don't know what to tell you. Those 5 were founding members of the faction. MJF and Wardlow joined the group from November 2020 to March 2021. Jericho was the AEW World Champion for a few months. Guevara added a couple of TNT championships. The group then imploded, but they overstayed their welcome. Chris Jericho overstays his welcome a lot. Tag team with Christian. Fascinating stuff. We're back to this. Christian and Jericho returned to Raw. They would capture the tag team championships from the Hurricane and Kane in 2002. And they chased after Trish Stratus and Lita in 2003 in some hilarious skits. But Jericho's relationship with Trish soured Jericho and Christian's partnership with Trish leaving Jericho for Christian in a shocking turn of events at WrestleMania 20. Number 1, The Jerry Show. And this happened because after the Achilles tendon got blown out by Edge, Big Show was Edge's replacement. Okay, the feud with the likes of the Legacy, Crime Time, MVP, Mark Henry, Batista, and Rey Mysterio. High-profile feud with the DX was fun to watch, and it culminated in a TLC match at TLC. Jericho has gone on record saying Big Show is his favorite team partner, and you see why with the chemistry they had together. Fascinating stuff. So now we're at the learning tree. Starting March 2024, Jericho attempted to form a mentor-student relationship with Hook. However, Jericho was rebuffed, ultimately leading to a match between the two at Dynasty, which saw Jericho win the FTW Championship. That's what that stands for. You know, I did not have an idea of what FTW, fuck the World Championship, which is not even recognized. I don't even understand that. Anyway, on April 24th episode of Dynamite, Jericho renamed the FTW Championship to the For the World Championship and dubbed himself the Learning Tree, where he would arrogantly offer advice and guidance to wrestlers, turning heel in the process. On May 1st episode of Dynamite, Jericho successfully defended the FTW Championship against, Shibata. I did see that. With the assistance of Big Bill, whom Jericho then agreed to add to his Learning Tree. On May 26th at Double or Nothing, Jericho successfully defended the title against Hook and Shibata with the help of Brian Keith. And Brian Keith is called the Big Apple. So people have told Chris Jericho to retire when he's going to retire, and this is what he said. I have no interest or reason to retire as of yet because I still enjoy it. I still love what I do, and I still feel that I can still do it high level. I can still have the best match of the night on any given night, and not every night, but any night I can. I'll say this about Chris Jericho. He has a very high self-esteem. He's very positive, and he has a great outlook on himself. Other than that, we all have to suffer through his, I'm going to keep doing it until the wheels fucking fall off. So I don't know who's really enjoying this Learning Tree and look at him push through in matches. But he can wrestle if he wants. You tell me if you think it's time for Chris Jericho to retire if you made it this far, and I'll catch you on the next one.